For your practice today, we'll be starting on your back. So lie yourself down and find a comfortable position there. You can have your legs extended if you like. I recommend having the feet a little bit wider so you can just relax them out to the sides without having to hold them rigid in any way. You can just let the legs and feet relax. The arms can go where you like. If your legs extended doesn't feel good for you, or maybe you want a little bit more ease for your lower back, you might bend your knees, plant your feet and walk them a little bit wider, connecting your knees together in a knock-knee position. This can give you some nice space through your sacrum, and just giving you a chance to allow your body to soften and relax here for a moment. So let yourself close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. Maybe letting your hands rest over your lower belly. And scanning through your body, noticing anywhere that's tensed and maybe clenching or holding tight, even as you start to relax down here. And see if you can invite each part of your body to soften here, settling in. As you start to focus on that, maybe starting to feel like your breath is also settling without forcing anything. Just notice that connection between simply focusing and pausing and noticing how you're feeling, what's going on for you, and how everything else around that might start to slow down and calm a little. Start to actively slow down your breath a little bit more now. Inviting your breath in to deepen down towards your belly, towards your abdomen, feeling that filling up. Inviting your breath out to lengthen so that it matches the length of your breath in. You might feel that breath in fill up into your belly first, then your side ribs and maybe your lower breastbone. You might feel the breath out soften first from the chest, side ribs and the belly last. Take a few more breaths just like this. Allowing yourself to settle in. feel ready to, you can start to bring gentle movement back into your body. You might draw circles through the wrists and ankles, going a few times in each direction. Let any of those clicks and cracks happen if they will. Maybe stretching your arms up above your head. Point your feet in a big stretch for the front of your body. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug so your knees can be together or wider, whatever feels good for you. Maybe stillness in the middle there, or maybe rocking a little side to side, or drawing circles a few times in each direction. Let your left foot come down to the mat and squeeze your right knee in a little bit towards your right armpit. And so the hands are on the shins, just giving yourself a little bit of a hug here. That left foot or that left knee can stay bent, or you might like to extend it out if that feels okay for you. If that's a little too much, feel free to keep it bent. And just slow your breath down a little. Maybe giving that right ankle a little circle again, a few times in each direction. And then keep your right hand on the knee, the left arm can release. Start to draw slow, gentle circles, massaging into the hip joint. So your hand is just acting as a guide for the knee. These circles moving, warming up the synovial fluid in the joint. The hip is a synovial joint, and that fluid lubricates the joint. So going in both directions. As you're doing this, if it's not already, start to extend your left leg out along the mat. Continue those hip circles until you eventually open the right knee out to the side. The sole of the foot is on the inside of the left thigh, coming into a supine tree pose. So it's not active through that foot, it's just relaxed through the leg. You might bring your hands down to your hip bones, just noticing any difference in height. We're not trying to force anything. If you need to place something underneath that right thigh for support, please feel free to. And slowing your breath. Maybe feeling like you're breathing in down towards your hands. As the inner thigh on that right leg gets a gentle opening. One more breath here. Help that knee up, plant the foot, and then start to draw your left knee in towards the left armpit, giving yourself a squeeze here. Giving yourself a hug. Feeling your breath deepen, so you might feel the left side of your belly pressing into or towards the left leg as you breathe. Maybe giving your left ankle a little circle a few times in each direction. And then keeping your left hand on the left knee, the other arm can relax. Start to draw those circles through your left hip. Slow and steady, you don't have to rush here. Going a few times in each direction, and again, as you do, if it's not already, extending the right leg out along the mat. Still breathing. And eventually let that left knee come out to the side, coming into your relaxed tree pose position. Again, feel free to place something underneath that left thigh if you need to. Hands come down to the hip bones. Slowing and deepening your breath. Taking one more complete breath here. Helping that left knee up. Plant both feet again, but walk the feet a little bit wider. Arms come out to the side, either at a T shape or a cactus armed position. And start to rock the legs side to side like windscreen wipers. Just opening up here. Finding this opening, this rhythm. Breathing. You might turn your head to look in the opposite direction to the knees if that feels okay for your neck. The next time your knees are down to the left, hold there. You can stay here, or you might take your left heel or ankle and place it on the outside of that top thigh, the right thigh. Just getting a little bit of traction for your hip joint. But if that doesn't feel good for you, feel free to release it back down. Taking just a couple of breaths on this side. Gently release the foot, find your rocks side to side again. Moving slow and steady. It's no race, no hurry. And the next time your knees are lowered down to the right, hold there. You might take your right heel, place on the outside of that left thigh if it feels useful for you. It may not, so just go with what feels right for you. Breathing here. Just another couple of breaths. Slow and steady. Take your time. Gently release that foot. Find a couple of rocks again, side to side, just to ease out of the hold. And eventually rolling onto one side, help yourself up. Find a comfortable seat. So that may be with your legs crossed if you need to place something underneath your hips so that you can get a little bit of length through your lower back and ease for your hip and knee joints. Please feel free to. Otherwise, just find this relaxed position for you where you have this nice tall spine. Finding your breath here for a moment. And you start to move with the breath. As you inhale, circle your arms out wide and up, reach tall. Palms connect, exhale down the center line to your heart. Breathe in, get a big expanded heart breath, arms out wide, lift up through your chest. As you exhale, hands on your knees, scoop through your belly, lean back a little, look down to your belly button. Move with the breath, inhale, sweep up. Palms connect, exhale down. Breathe in, big expanded heart breath. Exhale, hands on knees, scooping in. Again, continuing. So you breathe in to expand, you exhale to soften or contract. So inhale, open up, maybe the fingertips face behind you a little. As you exhale, curl in. Do that twice more, getting this nice
sense of movement and connection with breath through your body. Last one. Nice work. So here, find an upright position. If your legs are crossed, you might change the cross of the legs to bring balance into your hips. But if that causes pain, feel free to go with what doesn't cause pain. From here, let your left hand land. As you breathe in, extend your right arm over, reaching towards the left, creating this space through the side body, your side bend. Keep grounded through both hip bones, so you're not lifting up here, you're creating as much space as possible. Slowing the breath, try to draw the shoulders down away from your ears. Breathing into that open space, the open side of your ribs. Cup the back of your head with that top hand. As you breathe in, spiral through the ribs, look up to your top elbow. As you exhale, take that elbow across your body towards the opposite knee. It doesn't need to reach. Moving with the breath. Inhale, opening. And exhale, curling. Once more, breathe in, open. And out. This time as you curl, release that top hand. All you need to do is let it land where it will. You don't need to reach so far that you're bunching or lifting the pelvis away from the ground. Just let the hand land, lengthen through the spine, and then maybe take that length with you as you soften down. Slow your breath, resting here. So take a few breaths here, slow and steady. Feeling that unraveling of tension, maybe around your right lower back, maybe around the hip or the leg somewhere. If you feel it somewhere different as a stretch, there's nothing wrong with that. And each person will experience it a little bit differently based on where you hold tension or dominance in tension. Take one more breath here. As you breathe in, slowly stack your spine. Exhale out at the top. And when you're ready, bring your right hand down. Breathe in, extend your left arm over. Find your side bend on the second side. So keep grounding through that left side, creating space. Try to keep the shoulders away from the ears though, just so you're not sinking in or creating tension. You can turn your head to look in whichever direction feels useful for you. Slow that breath. Slow and steady. When you're ready, you can cup the back of your head with that top hand. Breathe in, opening up across the front of the chest, looking up towards your top elbow. As you exhale, take that elbow across your body towards the opposite knee. Then remember, it doesn't need to touch or reach. Breathe in, opening up. And out, curling in. Again, like that. Breathe in, open. And as you exhale this time, as you curl, release that top hand. Just let it land. Keep laying through your spine, but grounded through your pelvis. So even if that means you're a little more upright, that's okay. You can relax your head and neck here if it feels okay to. Slow your breath. Slow and steady, imagining that tension like a thick coil wrapped tightly around, and feeling as if each exhale that you take unravels it and softens it just a little bit.
Take one more breath here, all the way in, all the way out. As you breathe in, slowly stack.
Lifting. As you exhale, relax. So remember, if you feel tighter on one side or the other, you are able to hold for a little bit longer or come back to that side that feels tighter and hold for longer there to bring balance. So when you're ready, bring your legs around behind you, finding child's pose here. So your knees can be together or wide, usually it'd be your hip joints that let you know when you draw the hips back towards the heels. So you might start upright. That might feel okay for you, or you can fold your way down into child's pose. Just resting, maybe arms extend. If child's pose doesn't feel comfortable for you, maybe your hips or knees don't like that flexion, you can ease that flexion by just lifting the hips away and keeping the upper body lengthened and lowered. And that way you still get that lengthening through your spine, a little bit of decompression. You can also place a cushion underneath your knees, especially in this variation as well, if that feels useful. For the moment, just let yourself rest down. And then when you're ready, lifting up, find hands and knees. Your knees are a little bit wider, big toes touch at the back, and hands are shoulder length away from the knees, so torso length away. Bringing your right hand into the center of the mat. And as you breathe in, sweep your left arm up, finding this opening, pressing down through the bottom hand. As you exhale, wrap the arm under, give yourself a hug. And again, like that, breathe in, open up. And exhale, hugging. Once more, breathe in, open. And as you breathe out, thread the arm through, letting yourself land gently on the outside edge of the shoulder. Your head and neck relax. If you need to place a pillow or something underneath your head, please feel free to. Press the back of that bottom arm down into the ground. And here, place that top hand, interlace it with the bottom hand, and lock the arms here. So we're aiming for more of a stretch. So it's a push-pull from here. So the arms are locked, hands interlaced, the bottom arm pulls, top arm pushes, and you might feel that stretch around your shoulder capsule somewhere, shoulder blade. Slowing it down. Taking another couple of breaths, make sure you're breathing. When you're ready, gently release the hands. That right hand presses into the mat again. So you can breathe in, extend your left arm up and open. And as you exhale, we swap over. The left hand comes to the center. Right arm opens up, breathe in. Exhale, hug it under. Give yourself that little hug, maybe a little pat on the back. Breathe in, opening up. And out, hugging. Once more. This time we thread the arm through, landing gently on the outside edge of the shoulder. Relax your head and neck down or place something underneath it. Press the back of that bottom arm down, and again the top hand interlaces with the bottom. Arms lock, so they're pointing away from you. And again the bottom arm pulls, top arm pushes, so it's this push-pull that activates the stretch. Making sure you're breathing here. One more breath in and out. Release the hands. That left hand comes to the mat. Press into it. Breathe in, sweep your right arm up. And as you exhale, hands come down. And come to hands and knees here for a moment. Breathing in, lengthening your right leg out behind you, keeping it in line with the hip, Facing down, try not to dip through the lower back here. So drawing up, take a breath in. You're looking a little further forward at the top of the mat. And as you exhale, bend your knees, scoot through the belly, help your foot all the way to the top. So find your lunge position for a moment. You might lift that back knee and slide it or move it a little further back. Breathing in, you're just getting this length. And as you exhale, peel those front toes towards you, fold yourself back. Moving with your breath. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, fold back. Once more like that, breathe in. This time we're holding as we fold back. So you can walk your hands with you if you need to. If you feel comfortable having them a bit further forward, feel free to, but just avoid that bunching through the shoulders. So bring them a little wider or back if you need. Allow a micro bend through that knee on the extended leg. So you don't need to lock through it. You want to feel the stretch in the belly of the hamstring. If you feel it in the back of the knee, please bend it a little bit more. Move the stretch to right into the muscle of, into the muscle. Relax your head and neck. You're aiming for softness through your back body and still length through the spine. So if you're excessively curved here, try creating a little bit more length. Maybe place your hands on props beside you to help you draw the chest forward. And that can make a real difference here. Slowing your breath. Take one more complete breath. All the way in, all the way out. Let the breath complete itself. And then breathe in, find your lunge again. This time your left hand stays grounded, either flat or on your finger pads, or again on a block, a book, something to give you extra space. Right hand comes to the thigh, and not up here at the top of the thigh, up near the knee. And breathe in, get length through your spine first, and as you exhale, press that right hand down to help you find your twist. So we're easing in and out of this twist. As you breathe in, ease out and get length. And as you exhale, twist. Doing that 3 more times. Breathe in, ease out. Exhale, twist. Take the twist as gently as you need to. Inhale, ease out. Exhale, twist. Once more. Find your exhale. And hold here for a few breaths. Slow and steady. Again, shoulders away from the ears. One more breath in and out, hands ground. Step back, finding your hands and knees, maybe a little rock or your child's pose, maybe stillness or a little sway, whatever feels good for your body. When you're ready, extend your left leg out behind you, trying to keep the hips square, not opening up to the side. Press back through the heel, create a bit of space through your arms and chest area. As you breathe in, get length, and as you exhale, bend your knees, scoot through the belly, help the foot all the way to the top. If your front heel is lifted, walk the foot further forward until it's grounded. Hands frame that front foot, which is with as much space as you need. Breathe in, draw forward. And exhale, peeling those front toes back towards you as you fold yourself back. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, fold back. Once more. Folding back here, we hold here. So again, allow that micro bend through that front knee. Softness through the back body, and even feel like you're gently pressing that front heel down and trying to, without it actually moving, trying to draw it back towards you. And you might feel your hips square. It will probably intensify the stretch, but that's really what we want, so it means that we can create more space if we need to here and still get a stretch. Slowing your breath, maybe closing your eyes when we feel intensity in stretching. Our eyes can be darting around the room, busy, our mind's busy, trying to analyze, find a way out. So slowing your breath here. One more complete breath, all the way in, all the way out. As you breathe in, come forward. This time your right hand stays grounded, either flat on finger pads or on something. Left hand comes to the knee, thigh area. Breathe in, get length through the spine, and exhale. Use that hand to help you find your twist. So we move in and out of it. Breathe in, lengthen and ease out of the twist. Exhale, deepen. 3 more times. So only take the twist as gently or deep as you feel to. So inhale, ease out and lengthen. Exhale, twist. Once more. Hold here for a few breaths. Still getting that sense of length through your spine, but without so much of the pulsing. One more breath in. As you exhale, release, hands ground. Step that front foot back and find your rock or your child's pose or your sway, whatever feels good for you. And finding stillness wherever you do. Coming forward, coming onto your back here. So whichever position or orientation that is for you, lying yourself down. Start by having the knees bent, feet on the mat for a moment. And take your right ankle, cross it over the top of the left thigh. Flex that top foot back towards its knee. So you're in a figure 4 shape here. Arms come out to the side, palms facing up. So we've done this one before, so it should feel at least a little bit familiar for you as you breathe in and exhale. Start to lower down towards the left, keeping your shoulder blades grounded. If your legs or that top foot doesn't reach the ground to the left, that's totally okay. Slow your breath down as you hold here for a few breaths. You can turn your head to look in whichever direction feels good for you. And when you breathe in, lift up through center, keeping that right leg on top. As you exhale, start to lower down towards the right, whatever depth that is for you. Similar to the position that we came into at the beginning. Take a few breaths here. One more complete breath. Breathe in, lift up through center and pause here. You can come into your deeper glute stretch if you like, or you can just place your right hand on that right thigh. And if it feels okay to, just gently pressing it away. But instead of pressing down or forcing, we're definitely not forcing, get the sense of moving the hand forward and up. So you're creating a little bit of space in the hip joint, but it's really gentle still. So if it starts to cause pain, please definitely ease off. One more breath in. And as you exhale, soften, bring both feet back down to the mat. Take a breath or two in neutral. Then take your left ankle, cross it over the top of the right thigh. Find that figure 4 shape on this side. Flex the top foot back. Arms out to the side, and this time we lower down towards the right first. So we're holding on the right, whichever depth works for you. Whichever position your head wants to turn to look in. Slowing your breath.
One more complete breath here. Breathe in, lift up. Keep your legs in that figure 4 shape, left leg still on top. So you exhale, lower down towards the left here. Taking a few breaths. So you've done a lot of twisting in this practice. We're twisting through the rib cage part of the spine. That will help with digestion, but also just opening your body up. Releasing a little bit of tension that can be caught up in twists. And that circular, that rotation through the body. One more complete breath here. Lift your legs up, holding in center. Again, you have the option if you want to come into your glute stretch, you can, or placing your left hand on the left leg and getting that gentle moving away, that forward and up motion. So it's that forward and up rather than pushing or forcing down. So just creating a little bit of space. Taking one more complete breath here. All the way in, all the way out. Gently release both feet back to the mat. And here, finding your comfortable relaxation position. So it can be the same position as it was in the beginning, knees connected, feet wide, or legs extended, feet flopping out to the sides. Just relaxing through the legs a little. Arms can go wherever feels nice. If they're out to the side, palms facing up, try moving them a little further out from your body rather than bunching up around the shoulders. So get yourself and allow yourself some space. Let your eyes close down. Slowing your breath. Slow and steady breaths. Stay where you are. I'm going to sit up to take you through your relaxation. With your eyes closed, focusing on the heaviness of the eyes, resting back in your eye sockets. The heaviness of the body, the support in the back of the body for you. And that steady rhythm of your breath. Slow and steady rhythm, tracing it in and out like waves of the ocean. You just come in effortlessly and move out effortlessly. So feeling your breath moving in and out through your body in that same effortless way. As always, you can stay here for as long as you like. When you are ready, staying as you are for the moment, but deepening your breath. The sense of filling up, emptying out. And in these deeper breaths, noticing or allowing yourself to find what it is that you'll take with you off the mat into the rest of your day. How can your practice serve you off the mat in the way that it is intended? And when you feel complete in that, start to bring gentle movement back into your body. Wiggle your toes and fingers. Rock your head gently side to side if that feels good for your neck. You can stretch your arms up above your head, point your feet in a big stretch for the front of the body. Yawn or sigh if you need it.
And bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug on your back, maybe a little rock side to side or drawing circles. Sometimes stillness feels best as well, so go with what works for you. And when you're ready, rolling onto one side, help yourself up, find your comfortable seated position. Let your eyes close down, the muscles in your face soften and relax as you find your breath in this new upright position. You can leave your hands where they are or bring them together at your heart, pausing for a moment in gratitude for yourself, for the space that you've created, for your practice of yoga. Namaste.